Well, it is 6:16 and time now for What's Trending. Well, as we mentioned earlier on in the show, Capital One's The Match took place yesterday from Las Vegas. This year, it was Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady against Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. And like previous years, there was a lot of trash talking between the players, and earlier we showed some of the highlights of it. Now we are going to show some trash talking. Take a look.
Josh's biggest fear?
Vegetables.
A coin toss.
These ones I'll be playing, yeah.
The
Tom Brady combine picture.
Look good there, man.
Ask Josh if he's ever seen one of these. Josh, have you ever seen one of these? Do you know what that is?
This guy's pretty good at golf. That's what happens when you don't go to OTAs. You just play golf all day, huh?
Little chunky. I call that a little Josh Allen-y.
Wow. A little Josh Allen, but
I
dry.
like the outcome.
They'll fix that one post, all right?
Okay, I'm not all just muscle and brawn. There's some brains here.
On the strip. Ooh. Oh, that's not going to count in the long drive.
Just any fairway.
No, not any fair.
No, doesn't count.
I gotta say, some of those were really good. I like the Aaron Rodgers shade where they said he's doing great at golf because he's not going to OTAs.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good ones out there. Those are just a few of the ones I liked. There's a bunch of others out there, but unfortunately, we just don't have the time for it.
I know, right? You could probably dedicate, what, a full half hour probably to doing the trash
Probably,
talking.
at least 15 minutes, or we could probably do the whole What's Trending with it, really.
Something with it, right? I mean, it's just so good. And yeah, I mean, you saw earlier in the week that there's been talk with Aaron Rodgers not being at the OTA camps, which are optional.
Yeah,
and
they are optional.
Now we know where he and a lot of other quarterbacks are at. They're out playing some golf, and obviously I think this whole thing's for a good cause, so that's good to see. But I mean, you love it. You love to see the trash talking and the guys all.
I like the first one too, like Patrick Mahomes saying Josh Allen's biggest fear was coin toss, referencing the overtime game thriller that the Chiefs and the Bills played earlier this year.
Yeah,
so.
which I think they changed those rules now. So we'll have to see.
For playoffs only, though.
Yeah, for playoffs only. So good thing to clarify there too. Well, meanwhile, though, I actually got into a discussion with our next story with my friend Tom Barnett. So I hope he's watching this right now. Elvis impersonators in Las Vegas could be banned from wedding ceremonies. The licensing company called the Authentic Brands Group controls the name and image of Elvis and is ordering some Sin City chapel operators to stop using Elvis in themed wedding ceremonies. They sent cease and desist letters in early May to a number of chapels, and the company alleges that impersonating the King of Rock and Roll is a commercial exploitation and trademark violation, and Elvis-themed weddings represent a significant number of wedding ceremonies in Vegas. The Vegas Wedding Chamber called the news concerning and said they are looking into it further. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know too much about the King of Rock and Roll there. I mean, obviously my friend Tom Barnett does, and obviously Elvis, a very talented individual with a good singing voice, and from what I understand, is a really nice guy in actual life too. And you know, I mean, I don't think Elvis ever conducted a wedding, or maybe he did. I do not know.
I don't know.
So,
That's a big popular tourist attraction.
Yeah. So
Vegas.
I mean, I know the biggest thing that's been talked about is you want to help keep the King of Rock and Roll's image in good shape, so I can definitely understand where they're coming from there. But I think the big question that needs to be asked is, if this stands, how far will it go? I know there's been a lot of negative talk about the Elvis impersonators too. So
yeah, those are basically who they are targeting, because a lot of Elvis impersonators out in Vegas, and I was reading earlier that it contributes to a lot of the ceremony money, like the revenue for the chapels in Las Vegas. I'm sorry, I'm totally butchering that, but
that's all right.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see where it goes.
It'll be interesting to see, though. And
I mean, be interesting to have a wedding done by an Elvis impersonator, though.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I mean, at least for now, until it gets banned, obviously, with these cease and desist letters.
So we're taking a turn to our last story. Pretty crazy here. California wildlife officials dealt with a cougar that walked into a high school classroom. They say all students and staff are safe, and there is no threat to public safety as the school was put into lockdown. The San Mateo County Sheriff's Office says crews got the cat out around 3 p.m. on Wednesday. The big cat, believed to be a young cub, walked into the school early Wednesday morning. That's when a custodian spotted the mountain lion in an English classroom and shut the door, keeping the animal contained. Fish and Wildlife says the animal was skinny but seemed otherwise healthy, and it was taken to the Oakland Zoo for a full assessment. It's really crazy that it happened. I was also reading, also into the story, it's normal for them to have mountain lions like in the school's area, but this is the first time that's happened.
Yeah.
Where one's gotten inside
you
the
almost wonder
school
how it got inside is the big question, though. So
it was just kids were walking in and just walked in with them.
it snuck right in. It wasn't mentioned in the story.
It may have been. I don't remember.
Yeah, but it's crazy that it snuck right in like that, and thankfully no one was hurt, and they were able to contain the animal, and now getting proper care where it should be getting proper care at one of the zoos.
Yes, for sure. So a good thing to see that it's again proper care of, and just a crazy story for those kids.
It is crazy. Something you don't hear every day.